Good morning, students. This is Priyanka Vijay. Today, we will solve the question answer of this chapter, unit number 3, Homesickness, written by Roald Dahl. Open page number 24 in your book. Understanding the text, part A. Answer these questions. Your first question is, why did the speaker think that he may sound silly? How did he argue that he was not silly? Paragraph 3. Answer of these. The speaker thought that he might sound silly for thinking that as a 9-year-old he could make a plan that he had appendicitis when he did not and thus get sent home from school. He argued that he was in fact not silly by explaining that not long before, one of his sisters had actually had appendicitis and he had observed closely how she behaved, so he knew exactly how to pretend to be ill so that he would be relieved. Question number 2. How did the speaker and his sisters react to the event of an operation inside their home? Answer number 2. The speaker and his sisters lurked in the corridor outside the nursery while the operation was going on. They were listening to the soft murmurs that could be heard from inside. They could smell the ether and imagined what the patient might be looking like. Question number 3. Who are the adults in the story? How did the speaker as a child feel towards them? Why do you think he felt that way? Answer number 3. The adults in this story are the speaker's nanny, the school matron, the school doctor, the speaker's mother, and Dr. Darwin. The speaker as a child admired nanny as being very wise because she had a ready reply for every question. He was rather afraid of the school matron. It could be because she was rather stern with him. He loved his mother. He also admired Dr. Dunbar greatly because Dr. Dunbar was a skillful doctor as well as a wise and kind person. He listened to his advice and was grateful to Dr. Dunbar for helping her. Question number 4. Dr. Dunbar taught the speaker a lesson, but he also helped him. How did he do that? Answer number 4. Dr. Dunbar taught the speaker a lesson by pointing out that life is tough and the sooner he learned to cope with it. At the same time, he was kind, understanding, and sympathetic. He told the school that the speaker had to stay at home for a few days, so that the speaker's plan was not a complete failure and he did not get to spend some time with his family. Question number B. Now it's a part of B. Read these lines and answer the questions. Here are some lines. We will give our answer according to these lines. Your first line, for years after that, I used to get nervous whenever I found a toothbrush bristle on my tongue. Answer, because the speaker's nanny had said that if loose toothbrush bristle were swallowed, then get stuck in the appendix and turn it rotten. That is why he would get nervous if he found a loose toothbrush bristle on his tongue. Next line, line number 2. I entered the room clutching my stomach on the right hand side and struggling pathetically. Sorry, there is a B part also in the question number 1. Its B part is, what can you understand about the speaker's attitude to his nanny from this statement? Which other words support your answer? Its answer is, from this statement, it is clear that the speaker had great faith in his nanny's wisdom. The other words that show his attitude towards his nanny are nanny, who is in my eyes was filled with more wisdom than Solomon. Line number 2. I entered the room clutching my stomach on the right hand side and struggling pathetically. Part A of this line, which room is being referred to? Answer: the matron's room in the speaker school is being referred to here. Part B, why was the speaker clutching his stomach in the right hand side? Answer: the speaker was pretending to have an attack of appendicitis. He had observed her sister who had already had such an attack, and she had complained of pain in the lower right side of her tummy. That is why he was clutching his stomach on the right hand side. C part, why was he struggling pathetically? Answer: because he was pretending to be in great pain. He was putting on act of being ill due to illness, that he could not eat or walk properly. Third line, then I slipped in the clincher. Part A, what was the clincher? Answer: the clincher was the speaker's false report to the matron that he had been sick all morning. Part B, what do you think the word clincher means here? Here, the word clincher means the final argument on a statement that would decided the case. It is because the speaker said that he had been sick that the matron finally began to believe him. Line number 4. Life is tough, and the sooner you learn how to cope with it, the better for you. Dr. Danva said this to the speaker. Do you think that after this incident, he would face a similar situation differently? What would you do if faced with a similar situation? Answer: Dr. Danva said this because he had understood that the speaker had lied and pretended to be sick in order to come back home. He knew that the speaker may be homesick again or face other problem at school, but he had to be strong and face them bravely. So here's the answer is completed of chapter 3rd. Do it in your notebook. Thank you. Have a good day.